Long before memory was written in stone, there was a people who walked with the eternal. Their days were ordered by mercy, their nights guarded by song. They knew when to rest, when to give thanks, and when to lift their eyes beyond themselves. The land answered their footsteps, and the wind carried their prayers like seed. But generations passed. Gratitude faded into habit. Habit softened into silence, and silence became forgetting. The covenant was not broken in a single moment. It thinned. Like a flame left unattended, it dimmed slowly, patiently, as though waiting to be remembered. Altars cracked, songs lost their endings, and the people learned how to live without listening. When the light withdrew, it did not flee, it waited. In those days there lived a shepherd named Eliab, son of no renown, keeper of a small and stubborn flock. Once he believed faith was a shield against sorrow. Then the famine came, then the war, then the night when his prayers rose upward and never seemed to return. Still he remained, not because he believed, but because leaving required hope, and hope felt like betrayal. Each morning he guided his sheep across the hills, his hands steady, his eyes tired. When a lamb stumbled, he lifted it gently and whispered, "Easy now. I've got you." And though he no longer believed the words applied to himself, he still spoke them aloud. From the hillside he could see the distant city, smoke rising where incense once burned. The wind carried no songs now, only dust. Not far from there lived a young woman named Miriam. She had been born after the old stories were no longer taught openly. She knew them only as whispers, fragments passed between elders who still remembered what it meant to hope without fear. Each day she walked to the well with an empty jar and a full heart. But the well was nearly dry, and so was her patience. One afternoon, as the bucket scraped stone far below, she spoke into the silence. "If you still listen," she said, her voice steady but fierce, "then answer." Nothing stirred. Then the wind shifted, lifting dust from the ground, circling her feet as if considering her words. Miriam did not smile. She did not cry. She simply stood, listening harder than before. For she did not believe easily, but she listened fiercely. In the city, the king sat alone. King Asher had been anointed in faith and crowned in unity, but now ruled over division. His crown lay beside him, untouched. His hands trembled not from age, but from weariness. Before him lay an ancient scroll, cracked and fragile, its edges darkened by time. He traced the letters slowly, reading aloud as though afraid the words might vanish if spoken too quickly. "When the people turn back," he read, "even ash will bear light." That night the sky broke open with storm. Rain chased Eliab from the hills, forcing him to seek shelter in a narrow cave. Lightning revealed markings along the stone walls, symbols older than the kingdom itself. He closed his eyes and exhaled, "If only I knew how to lead them home." Inside the cave, something waited. Not hidden to be lost, but buried to be protected. An ancient lantern rested against the rock, unlit yet warm, as though it remembered fire. Eliab reached out. The lantern flickered, not with flame, but with presence. "What are you?" he whispered. The answer did not come in words. This was the lantern of ashen dawn, crafted not to banish darkness, but to endure it, not to command belief, but to awaken memory. When Eliab emerged from the cave, the storm had passed. The world felt unchanged, yet entirely different. On the road below, Miriam saw him walking, the lantern wrapped in cloth at his side, but no cloth could fully hide its glow. "That light," she murmured, stopping in her tracks. "It's not fire." Faith recognizes faith even when both are uncertain. She followed him. When she finally spoke, it was without fear. "You're carrying something old," she said, "something that remembers." Eliab tightened his grip. "I don't want trouble." "Neither did the prophets," Miriam replied. The wind stirred. The lantern glowed brighter. That same night, King Asher dreamed. He saw the land covered in ash, fields gray and silent. Then in the distance a single light appeared. It did not burn away the darkness. It endured it. And slowly the horizon began to glow. A voice spoke, not loud, not commanding, but certain. "Lead them not by fear," it said, "but by return." The king woke trembling. By morning, Eliab and Miriam were walking together. They did not announce themselves. They did not call for followers. They simply walked. And people noticed. Villagers paused their work as the light passed. Children followed at a distance. Elders leaned on their staffs and wept without knowing why. Hope spreads not by command, but by witness. When they reached the city gates, a crowd had gathered. Some scoffed, some feared, some fell silent. "I am not a leader," Eliab whispered. "No," Miriam said, "you are a bearer." The lantern shone brighter as the people drew near. King Asher stepped forward. His voice carried across the square. "I dreamed of you." Eliab knelt, but the king stopped him. "We kneel together now." Dark clouds gathered overhead. The lantern dimmed. The people murmured. And then Miriam spoke. "The light was never magic," she said. "It was memory. Remember who you were before fear taught you to forget." A song began, soft at first. An old melody, half remembered. One voice became many. The lantern ignited fully. Rain fell. Fields drank deeply. Children laughed as though they had always known how. And the Eternal answered, not with thunder, but with return. At last, Eliab set the lantern in the heart of the city. "It was never mine," he said. And so the light endured, not in one hand, but in many.